this project, the names of people that will be working on that project will be put on a designation where everybody will know who's going to be working on that group.
All right, and then do you then also get a sense of the various disciplines that will be designated in that group?
Yes, you will get who's going to be the DPP on that project. You will also get the name of the prosecutors allocated. Sometimes it will be financial investigators allocated to assist. There will be also data capturers that will be part of that team.
And in your experience, in the composition of the team, is there always a DDPP?
Chair, yes, in the composition of the team, there should be always a DPP. But there will be instances where maybe there's no DPP. Sometimes it happens.
So when you say sometimes it happens that there is no DDPP, is that often?
No, it's not often.
How many times? Oh.
Sorry, maybe let's check. You speak of it, Ms. Powes is asking you about a Deputy Director Public Prosecutions. You're talking about a DPP.
Oh, no,
So I think
it's my
you're
bad, my
talking
mistake.
past each other.
Yes, it's supposed to be DDP. Deputy Director. I'll just stick to Deputy Director, Chair.
Yes. So in most instances, there is a deputy director.
That is correct, Chair.
Is that in terms of a policy or just a practice that generally exists?
That is the way we knew how it's supposed to be.
All right. Commissioners, that should deal with paragraphs 9 and 10 of the statement. You then explain that matters usually emanate from two sources. Can you explain those two sources? The commission side and then the section 27 side.
Before you do that, in paragraph 10, that very last statement, the very last statement where you say the chief investigator, are you at paragraph 10? The last statement, you say the chief investigator and the prosecutor take the lead in briefing the team. Can you just explain how that works in practice?
Chair, the lead investigator and the lead prosecutors, or chief. So
Investigator.
the two are part of what I was referring to as management. So at our level, we will not know the contents of what the operation is going to be about. So they basically cascading what has been discussed in the management level, putting it down to us so that we can be able to understand, because they are bringing information from this side, bringing it to ours this side.
Thank you.
Mr. Raphesu, at paragraph
Yes.
11, you deal with where the matters emanate from. And you explain that it comes from either two sources.
That is correct, Chair. So the sources of information will come from the commissions of inquiries. Mostly cases that we're working from, they are coming from the Zondo Commission. So when you're getting cases that are coming from there, it is easier when I'm going to explain it from the previous paragraph 10 to indicate how, when we are briefed vis-a-vis the Section 27 and the matters that are coming from the Commission, how we deal with them.
Yes.
So the matters that are coming from the Commission, you will get briefed, even if maybe the information is not so much making sense, or maybe there's some things missing. You also have a chance now to say, you can go back to the records of Zondo Commission, then you can try to suss out, or maybe to get more information from what is there to complement what you have been briefed about. I don't know if maybe I've put it in a...
And so you eventually go to the Commission's records and get
Yes.
statements?
just to get a more broader picture of what you'll be dealing with.
Okay.
So with regard to Section 27, it's a bit challenging because you rely more on the briefing, but you don't have any other source there you can go to source out the information from.
All right. So in relation to the Section 27 referral, you will get a briefing, but that doesn't necessarily mean you'll get the referral itself.
That is correct, Chair.
And is there a policy that exists about whether or not you get access to the Section 27?
No, I don't know of any. Sometimes when you're working on a matter, you can't, let me not say you can't. There are some times where we will request for more information. It will depend on your chief, or you should be given or you should not be given.
And when,
Before these matters, the crime intelligence
Yes.
matters, had you worked on Section 27 referral matters before, investigated?
I did, Chair and Commissioners.
Okay, so you do have experience of how it works.
Yeah, it was only once
Okay,
before this one. This was the second one.
okay.
So if I can just explain with the first one. On the first one, the prosecutor that was the lead prosecutor that we worked on with on the first one, she provided all the information that was necessary, that was relevant, and we didn't have any issues with that. But when it comes to this one, there was a bit of the information was not forthcoming. Let me put it that way.
thank you. So you made a request and the information was not forthcoming in this respect?
I didn't have to make a request with this one. It was made clear that we will not be getting that Section 27.
And who made that clear?
The advocate Ramsamy, indicated that she was instructed that we should not be provided with that document.
Ms. Bowen, maybe to make it clear, we are referring to Mr. Fidel Adams' Section 27 referral, because when we say this one, it's not clear what this one is.
All right, my apologies, Commissioner Kumalo. The second matter with the
second
Section
matter-
27, that is the one that is referred to as the Adams referral.
That is correct, Chair.
Thank you. Now, you explained that usually once you get information, you do sort of a preliminary investigation. Can you explain how that works at paragraph 13?
Usually when we receive matters where the information is not...
It's sparse or...
Yeah. So we tend to take it upon ourselves to do a sort of a preliminary investigation. It can either be, even if the matter is coming from the Commission, we will take it upon ourselves to go and search for more so that at least we have something that we work on. Even with this Section 27, we often try to get whatever that we can. It can either be by going back to the person who referred the matter to try to find out if there's more that we can get from.
And you say how you work is you usually then do a report. Is that right?
That is correct. Sometimes, let me not say sometimes, in all my cases that I'm working on, I'll just do a short report indicating what I have done and what I have uncovered, and I'll advise the prosecutor on the developments of what was uncovered or during the investigation.
And if your preliminary report points to a lack of evidence, is that also something you communicate to the prosecutor at that stage?
That is correct, Chair.
Okay. And then at paragraph 14, you explain that you've been involved in only one other matter where there was a Section 27 referral. And there, what was your role?
My role was, I was put as an investigator. It then would mean that there was a lead investigator on that case. So the structure was, there was a chief, there was a lead investigator, then I was an investigator on that matter.
And generally, at what point do you get involved? You explain that your involvement only comes at a particular stage. Once, in this instance, once a 27 has been given to IDAC, you say you only get involved.
No, when a 27 is referred, we only getting involved when the Section 2813 or Section 28.1 is authorized. It will then mean once this designation is made, your name is put there, then there will be a meeting that will be arranged where you're going to be informed that this is the team that is going to be working on this matter.
And are you allowed to gather information prior to the authorization of an investigation, whether it be in terms of 2813 or 28.1?
No, from our level, we are not allowed, senior investigators downwards. So when it comes to the chiefs going upwards, I can't say for sure how they operate, but I will think that they may be allowed to find out more, or maybe to consult more before the referral is made.
All right.
I may be taking you ahead of where you are, but you've touched on the allocation. And I assume that the allocation here, at least its announcement to the participants, took place at the meeting of the 6th.
That is correct, Chair.
Yeah, and you say that it's unusual in your experience for the investigating director, who was Advocate Johnson at the time, to attend and allocate a matter at inception. So ordinarily, who would attend and allocate at inception?
Chair, ordinarily the DPPs are the ones that takes over those duties. And if maybe there's no deputy director, then it will be the chief and the lead prosecutor. So let me just leave it there. I'll elaborate when, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Raphesu, then let's get down to what happened on the 6th. You start on your recollection of what happens on the morning of the 6th at paragraph 15 of your statement.
That is correct, Chair. In the morning of the 6th, we were having meetings lined up. So the first meeting was going to be at 9 o'clock. It will be the staff meeting. So I was approached by Advocate Ramsamy, who provided me with I'll just say, an affidavit that later became known as a Section 27. So she just, I don't know how to explain, just pushed it to me. And the way she pushed it to me, the way she was after looking, I understood to say, I must check this thing quick. So I went through, it was about maybe 5 to 10, close to 10 pages. So I just browsed through the papers. Mm-hmm. So on the papers, I could see that there was
maybe to assist you, you describe what you saw in the papers at paragraph 21 of your
21.
statement. Yeah.
The papers you refer to are the pages of this affidavit.
Yes, it was the pages, correct, Chair. Yes. What I saw, I was just browsing through as quick as I can because I understood to say I must just make it quick and I was not supposed to be seeing this document.
Okay.
So the document was talking mainly about a complaint about the political killings task team.
Did you not say paragraph 21?
21.
21.
22.
Is it not? It's 22 actually.
Yes.
Yeah. So I just corrected you for purposes of the transcript.
Yes, Chair. Thank you, Chair. So it substantially spoke about the PKTT.
That is
and
correct, Chair.
What in relation to the PKTT?
So the lines that I've seen, it was talking about, it was a complaint about the accommodation of the PKTT, where it was talking about how lavish was it, and there was an issue about the laundry and the costs of how the laundry for the members of PKTT was costing. I think it was something like about between 400 and 500,000, something like that. There was also an issue about luxury vehicles that were bought through the slush fund, and it was indicated.
My apologies. When you say slush fund, you're talking about the Secret Service account money.
That is correct, Chair.
Okay. Yes, you can continue.
So those vehicles were bought for the PKTT, but the allegation were that the vehicles were utilized by the former Minister of Police, Minister Cele. So the other allegation was that there were properties or hotels that were bought around KZN and Johannesburg area, the Gauteng area. So with regard to the Gauteng area, the area that was mentioned was the Midrand or Kyalami. There was also mention of Pretoria North. So those properties were said to be some lodges and hotels.
Commissioners, you'll note that at paragraph 22, there's no mention of Pretoria North, so just to note that. as an additional place.
Yes, no, I just remembered that there was also something that has to do with Pretoria North.
Yes. And then you also indicated that you saw information related to political killings investigations.
Yes, the information that was there regarding the Politas team investigation was, it was a sort of a complaint about the cover-up of some sort on cases that were mentioned. So I remember the name of Sergeant Dumisani Dlamini, and there was also a name that I recalled after, the late Cindy Somakaka's name was also there, but I didn't include it on my statement. The reason I remembered about the Dlamini is because I knew who Dlamini was, because at some stage when I was posted in KZN, he happened to be my witness. So the reason I remembered it quicker is because after I discussed this, I was explaining to Advocate Ramsamy how I knew Sergeant Dlamini.
All right.
Do you remember what was said about Sergeant Dumisani Dlamini and Mr. Cindy Somakaka?
Chair, what I can remember is that it was sort a complaint to say something like a cover-up or improper investigation, because I was just browsing through. I could just get the sense that that was what the complaint was about.
The allegation, that allegation being against Sergeant Dlamini?
No. The allegations were mainly about the PKTT. So the information was trying to say that the PKTT is maybe trying to distort something, or they're trying to not to investigate those cases properly, something like that.
Amongst others, the Cindy Somakaka murder.
That is correct, Chair.
And Sergeant Dlamini.
Sergeant Dumisani Dlamini, correct, Chair.
Yes. Sorry, about Sergeant Dlamini, what was the allegation? That he was also was he implicated as in this complaint, or was he presented to be a victim of the PKTT?
From my reading, it looked like he was portrayed as a victim of the PKTT team.
And maybe just so that we finish the topics, some of the related topics to the Section 27 that you saw, you noted that at paragraph 23, that the ID gave evidence relating to the investigations that were ongoing, and she mentioned that the PKTT wasn't part of the investigation.
That is correct, Chair. I was looking when I was watching when the ID was presenting at ad hoc. So there was a point where she indicated that PKTT was not part of the Section 27 referral. So that is when now I started looking at it differently, because I was shocked, because the Section 27 that I saw